Big hello to our viewers, followers, likers, wherever you are, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, we're everywhere. We're absolutely living the dream. Give me a hashtag live if you're watching right now. Give me a hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. What I'm going to be talking about today in this video, I'm going to keep it quite short and actionable for you legends, is 3 ways, proven ways, to actually make sales in December and make December a very positive month in your online fitness coaching business, whether you're personal trainer growing your online PT business, or whether you're more of a life coach, or whatever service you're providing online. If it's a service in the health and fitness arena that can be delivered online, we're here to help you today. So make sure you stay engaged, drop any questions below as we move through. It helps boost the algorithm, helps get this seen by more people, helps us out as well. So let's dive into it. There are 3 very powerful ways in which you can guarantee December is a really good month in your business, which is traditionally a very bad month in business for most online fitness professionals. And indeed, actually, if you're still stuck selling your time for money as a one-to-one PT, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with at all. A lot of people are very passionate about that and want to do it, and they will always want to have some element of that, and that's totally cool. But whatever you want, however you're trying to make sales right now, it can even be difficult in person. You get people doing changes in their routine. A lot of your clients might be going away, especially in Australia. That's huge, people going away at Christmas. People might be visiting family. You could have disruption. You could have people's PT sessions landing on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and having to reschedule and all this other stuff, right? So regardless of the business model you're trying to build right now, these 3 things will work for you, okay? The first thing I want you to understand is that, yes, there can be a lot of fear around seasonality in business, especially compounded with the fact that there's cost of living going through the roof at the moment, a recession coming, and all this stuff. We're basically already in it, and all this other stuff. Here's what you need to understand. We've just had Black Friday, and there was more money spent on Black Friday than ever before, broke every single record. I don't know if that's the case in the US, Australia, and the UK, but I'm almost sure it will be. If it is even a thing in the UK, actually, let me know below. I don't remember ever seeing Black Friday until I moved to Australia, but I'm pretty sure it's a huge thing in Australia. I think it's big in the US as well. They've just obviously had Thanksgiving, you legends over there. So I don't really know. Let me know in the comments below how big it is in the US, how big it is in the UK. So I know it's huge in Australia, and it broke all kinds of records. That tells you everything you need to know about the fear of spending money right now. Well, there is no fear if the desire is there to spend it. The money's there. People have more spending power than ever. All right. So yes, we can buy into the stories that there's a recession here and that it's December coming, that no one buys stuff, but actually people buy more stuff than ever in December. What we've got to do is make sure that we present the right offer for them in that moment. So there are some adjustments to be made to our online coaching services, but they're very minor. You're not going to reinvent the wheel, and you're certainly not going to throw out nonsense offers around Black Friday. Guys, all a Black Friday offer does for your business is says, I want to get more clients by any means necessary, and I'm going to do what the rest of the world's doing by discounting my services. All right, and we're going to touch on that a little bit later. That is not the move. That is not the move. If you've already done it, fair enough, don't worry about it. But that's not the move going forward. So number 1 tip here is do not wind down or retract through this period. Why? That's what your competition is doing. Everyone else is doing that. Everyone else is contracting. You need to expand into December. You need to push out more content into the market, have more conversations, and do more follow-ups. All right. So push out into the market and expand in this period. Even if it does not help your business in December, which it absolutely will, it will help in January. If you go right now, who is going to be front and center in your prospect's mind in January? The person that was pushing out into the market in December, consistent with content, consistent with messaging, or the person that decided to take December off and go hard in January because January is great for fitness. Let me tell you something. All your competition that's spending money on adverts are winding down their ad budget, and they're going to go crazy with it in January. Meaning, competition's harder in January. Yes, there's more of a desire for health and fitness products in January, but the competition's 10 times more. You've got just as much, if not more, chance of making sales in December than you have in January. This is just a big mindset shift that you've got to make. All right. So while everyone else contracts, you've got to expand into the market. Do not wind down, wind up. Do not take December off. Go harder in December. I'm telling you right now, there are sales to be made, but obviously there's a way to do it, and we're going to touch on that in point number 3. Point number 2 is do a massive follow-up. Right? This is very actionable. This is something you can do today. You can do this right now. You can literally go and do 20 follow-up messages right now. So regardless of where you are in business, if you're just getting started, just building your online business, you don't have that many people in your world, go and think about who you've had contact with this year that was potentially interested in your products and services but didn't move forward, and do a huge follow-up. Follow up with everyone. If you're a bit more advanced and you've been taking sales calls all year, follow up with everybody that had a sales call, a consultation call, a discovery call. Follow up with all of them, engage them again, and put an offer in front of them that is irresistible. That is so irresistible they cannot say no. All right. What does that offer look like? That's point number 3. You've got to incentivize your prospects to take action right now through a relevant offer. And like I mentioned, a Black Friday offer is not relevant at all. It's just saying, I'm desperate, I'm going to do what the rest of the market's doing, I'm going to discount my services. Do not compete on price. Don't ever compete on price. Always compete on value. So with that in mind, what additional value can you add for your prospects, for your audience, that might make your offer juicier, that might make your offer from a, look, I want to do it, but now's not the right time, to, oh, look, I want to do it, and it sounds like now is the perfect time. And there's a couple of different ways you can do that. Adding value can be in terms of additional time on your program. The easiest thing to do is throw more time at people with this, because if the objection is Christmas is coming up, I don't know how committed I can be, cool. Throw more time. Throw more, I guess the right way to say this is more positives around what can come of December. So if you're in the health and fitness game, throw some more positives around coaching through that period. So, well, how about if December isn't a complete, I don't want to swear on this broadcast because I want to put some advertising budget behind it, but a complete beep show, right? How can I help you through this period? How can I make it so this December is actually not a December where you end up feeling awful in January? It's actually a December where you continue to make progress on your health and fitness goals, and you have an amazing time through Christmas. So not only, hey, let me give you an extra 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, let me also guide you through this period, but not in an obsessive manner. Let me show you how to enjoy Christmas, have an amazing time with your loved ones, have a great lifestyle, but not lose any of the progress you've made. Or even better, keep making progress through this period while having a great time. So there's some positives you can throw in there. So there's extra time, which is more value. There's more positives, which is clearly more value. Other forms of value you can add on top that are not competing on price are stuff like more access. Hey, well, look, if you do join my program now, if you prove to me that you're an action taker, I'm going to give some more access. So in other words, I'm going to throw in some more one-to-one consulting. I'm going to throw in 2, 3, 4 bonus one-to-one calls. The value of that is whatever the value you put on your time. $200 an hour? Is it $500 an hour? Is it $1,000 an hour? The value of that is $2, $4, $6, $800. And if you make a decision now, as opposed to wait until January, I'm going to incentivize you as an action taker by giving you some additional access to me. So value is really huge when it's in the form of access. But again, it's not saying, hey, come in right now, I'll give you 50% discount. Because what does that really say to the market? What does that say to the prospect you're trying to sell to? Well, you're trying to help, but you're trying to help them through the process of selling to them because you know that you can change their life in a very huge way if you get them into your program. All it says to them is, I'm devaluing my program because I'm desperate for sales. So if you want the market to see that message, fair enough. Go and throw Black Friday deals out. Go and throw Christmas deals out that are discounting the financial element of the program. But I'm telling you now, that stuff does not land well with the prospects that have been following you for a while. Like they don't even want that offer. All right. That's why people probably aren't biting your hand off to take it. Okay. So 3 things. There's actually a few things you can do here, but these are the 3 big ones that I want you to take away in action today, because I know for a fact you can get some huge wins. Firstly is through the action and through the intent. Do not wind down or retract through this period. That's what your competition is doing. Do the opposite. It's just like the markets, buy when there's blood in the streets. It's like the stock market. Don't do whatever everyone else is doing and sell just because your stock's just dropped. You only lose when you sell. It's no different here. You only lose when you retract. If you expand and push out into the market harder, you win, while your competition loses, right? Do a mega follow-up, number 2. Like, are you really doing the uncomfortable work and following up with everyone you spoke to? Past clients that you feel like you could have done more for. Have you got a different thing you can offer them right now? People you got on consultations with, people you were chatting with in Messenger and it went cold, people that are in your world right now. Write down a list, get a hot list. Who can you reach out to? This is just really basic stuff that you've probably heard a million times, but you're still not doing. Now's the time to do it. We're just about to enter December. Okay, drop them a message that's relevant to them. Hey, long time no see. X name. Hope it's going okay with X, Y, and Z. Something relevant to them. Hey, can't believe Christmas is around the corner. Hope you're excited. You got any plans? Just connect with people, connect with human beings and have a conversation and see if you can help them. What's the worst that can happen? Number 3, incentivize action taking, but it has to be with a relevant offer. Not Black Friday, not come and do my program and making it cheaper because it's December and I'm desperate. All right? Do not compete on price. Compete on value. What additional value can you throw at people that's going to make it way more desirable for them right now than it ever was in October, in September, Extra time, extra access to you, extra positive elements that you can bring into their lives. You can coach them through this period, this Christmas period. They can have a great time and still see success. You can give them extra time. Nothing overcomes the time of the year objection better than, cool, I'll give you an extra 4 weeks. Is that enough for you to feel comfortable? Yeah, maybe it's a bit of extra coaching for you, but ultimately that's great. That's just better success for them, right? The more we can get them in your world, the bigger impact you can have in their world and in their lives. And yeah, extra access. What extra access can you give them? What extra bonuses can you throw on? What resources do you have right now? And you can throw 3 or 4 different things at them if they make a decision right now. And you're not saying you need to make a decision right now because I'm desperate for sales. You're saying, if you do make a decision right now, I think that's amazing because most people aren't. Most people aren't making a decision right now. They're going to make it so they're in a horrific place with the health and fitness in January. I don't want you to do that. As a coach, I don't want you to do that. I don't want to see you do that. So if you do take action right now and come and join me on this program, I'll give you an extra few weeks. I'll support you through this period and we'll make it better than ever and you'll still get results. And I'll give you extra access to me. So we're going to jump on 2, 3 bonus one-to-one sessions where we're going to do deep dives into whatever you're struggling with. All right? Obviously, there's some intricacies around the offer here based on who you serve, what market you're in, what you actually do. There's people in here in injury prevention. There's people following us who are very much just personal trainers online, weight loss specialists, weight gain specialists. It depends. It doesn't matter what you do. But there is a desirable offer that can be created for you right now that can get you a load of sales in December. I can absolutely guarantee it. Trust me, 4 years we've been building online businesses across 2 different businesses, B2C and B2B. I can tell you right now, the Decembers where I took the foot off the gas, we did not do as well in January. Nowhere near, night and day. The Decembers where I went hard, most notably last year, we had amazing record-breaking Januaries. It wasn't because of January. It was because of what we did in December. So make sure that you're doing the lead actions right now that will lead to the lag results in January. All right, team? Hope you get something from this. Please follow the steps I've given you. Please drop me a comment below if you're watching this on the replay or if you're watching this live. Really appreciate it. Appreciate all the love and support. I know for a fact you can have amazing Decembers and go get it.